I went to Chicago to attend the Fully Expressed experience hosted by Krista Williams from the Almost 30 podcast. No regrets. I had been craving a new experience to help me deepen my confidence with my brand, and I'm so happy I did this. I made this vlog to share my thoughts with you while I got ready each morning for this 2-day workshop because I was a little nervous. So there's some get ready with me action in here, and to share my reflections, revelations, and feelings on how the work landed with me after each of the days. I have to tell you, this was such an expansive and inspirational weekend for me. I came home and launched my first Pour Back Into You live challenge community event. So if you are feeling called to book an event that really is aligned to what you want to be in your next chapter, this is your sign to do it. All right, let's get into it. Day one of the workshop is about to start. I need to get myself a little mentally ready, so I'm going to do a quick meditation and just get myself back embodied in my body because I'm getting excited. And then I'm going to come in here and get myself ready physically. I need to get mentally, spiritually, physically ready. All right, meditated, I feel a little bit more grounded into my body, into myself. So now I'm going to listen to an activation, which is kind of like a awake meditation on my phone while I get ready. Oh, I always need to put eye drops in my eyes. Allergies this season, forget about it. Okay, I'm pretty much a minimalist when it comes to skincare. I use this every single day. This is like the perfect serum for me. I don't know if it's because it's blue. It's a multi-peptide serum from The Ordinary. I don't know if it's because it's blue that it makes my skin just look like calm, but it's really been working for me for the past 6 months. So I'm keeping it in my regimen until it doesn't work, because sometimes that happens with skincare. Sometimes stuff just stops working the same way. Gives a little stick. And on the days that I'm wearing makeup, am I obsessed with the ingredients that are in this Glazing Milk Road serum lotion? No, I don't love the ingredients, but for the days that I'm wearing makeup, what an amazing moisturizer. It's almost like a good primer, I swear. I follow Makeup by Kellyanne. She's amazing. I love having makeup on, but I don't like doing like primer, then lotion and serum and all these like different things. I am like, give me one serum, give me a lotion that can act like a primer. I also like that it takes a minute to soak in, so I can do a little. Today's a day where I am gonna put a full face of makeup on. I want it to last all day. I am somebody who goes back and forth between hair and makeup. I like doing a little hair, then a little makeup, a little hair, a little makeup, a little hair, a little makeup. So it all kind of comes together at the end. For some reason, it irks me to just have my makeup done and not have my hair done. Or just have my hair done and not have my makeup done. So I kind of like to be fluid, all right? Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm dealing with postpartum hair where a lot of my good hair is literally this long and the rest is just very fine. You can kind of see that. So when I sleep at night, I took a shower last night, I need to like straighten out just kind of like roots because I sweat in my sleep and get hot. So I'm just gonna straighten the roots a little bit and then I'm gonna go in with a curling wand after. Postpartum mommies know the shrug, okay? That's heating up. Let's talk brow, shall we? Going in with brows again. I love Makeup by Kellyanne. She's always going like brow before base. I'm doing brows first. I really don't have much brow. I am somebody who is very concerned with waxing and tweezing my brows because I don't have much hair. So I'm like, I kind of just keep everything I have and work with what I have because it is not that much. Did the brows, now I'm going to my hair. Living the life, just living the life. So on my Instagram, I shared the way that I intention set for traveling. And I think it's important that we intention set when we travel because we tend to go in a fit of panic of just like, get me out of here, I need to get out of here. And like the days leading up to traveling, are they not the most like chaotic of your life? Like you don't slow down to actually set an intention for the trip. And I find it to be the smallest little ritual that drives the heftiest punch when it comes to traveling and actually getting what you want out of your experience. I think I left Friday morning, so on Thursday night I was packing and I didn't have a chance to journal my intention, but I just stopped during packing and I closed my eyes and I said to myself, I am declaring an intention for this trip. I am seeking connection with people that are going to uplift me, up-level me, to see me as I see them, to have fun with them, like to reconnect with my feminine, to have good conversation. I'm seeking to see like the up-leveled version of me, not only in business, because this is an event to help me with my brand, but also just in myself, like to see that side of myself, to see the self that's loud and proud about my brand to other people. So I was really just talking out for like 5 minutes what it is, like the essence of what it is that I'm seeking, you know, just finding that magic again, having fun, getting connected to people who I'd never be connected to if I just stayed home. Even though I meditation this morning, it's like, universe, bring me surprises. Like I do not know all, just bring me whatever is needed for me to expand and grow and to expand my vessel. I land yesterday. I get to my hotel. The room had like a half hour until being ready. And I was like, okay, do you have a cafe? And they're like, yeah, we have a cafe over there. So I go, I order something at the cafe. They give you one of those like table numbers to bring to a table. And everywhere was full. So I asked this girl, I was like, hey, can I sit here until like another space opens up? She's like, yeah, my friend and I are sitting here, but you can sit here too. She and her friend ended up getting into the most intimate conversations with me. We were asking like, oh, like, what are you here for the weekend, blah, blah, blah. And they were there for like an event. I was here for a different event. Then they were like, oh, you have a brand, what's your brand about? So then it's like immediately I'm here and I'm like talking about my brand, talking about who I am, talking about my mission, my purpose. And I'm like, this is awesome. I get to like essentially practice before today talking about my brand. Then they're telling me about their life story and their becoming and their self-discovery journey through like their relationships, through college, through family traditions, and just literally like life. Like we were going deep out of nowhere. I was on like 2 hours of sleep going deep. And the other two girls sitting there overheard me say that I was living abroad, and the girl was like, oh shit, like I did a semester abroad. Like these girls were younger than me. They were probably all in college. And it was so nice to just connect and get into good conversation with young women who are so aware of their energy, aware of what they want to do, what they want to create. They kept referring like a side quest list. Is that like the term today? I don't know that, but like they kept referring to like the things that they want to do for themselves as side quests, like their little adventures. And I'm like, fuck yeah, side quested up. It just showed how magnetic the weekend started right away, and it made me feel like, okay, the intention that I set to be magnetic, to step into my purpose, to step into connection. Like it didn't have to just wait for the workshop. It was like as soon as I got to the hotel, I had that opportunity, and I love that. And then last night, I was kind of thinking during the day that I wanted to go to a dance class. The thing about events, I don't like to go overboard with makeup. Like I don't want to like try something brand new that I haven't done before. So I try to work with essentially doing what I typically do on a daily basis, but just putting more of it on in those areas, right? Like usually these are the spots that I'm treating every single day, but with way less. So I'm just putting it to have a little bit more coverage, to really give myself like a camera ready finish to my face, and just hope that it does come out well on camera, because they are taking pictures of us for like a little mini branding shoot, which I'm pumped about. So maybe I will have to add some concealer, which I don't love using, just to give me a little bit more of like that filtered professional cameras and really good lighting, it can drown out all of your makeup. So technically, the more you have on, the better. Okay, I did decide to put a little bit of concealer on with a sponge, which I have not done in a very long time. Have not worked with a sponge in a minute, but this will help just give my face that even slate. I like to look natural, but I like makeup. I like to look natural, but I like makeup. So how does one do it? I'll tell you how. Years of practice since I was 16 years old. I love makeup. Just amplifies your beauty in this gorgeous way. It's like really not to mask. It's a form of self-expression. What you look like is what you are on the inside. I'm here for that. I need some chapstick. Okay guys, I had to get ready fast because I was losing time. I am obsessed with this shirt. It's from Honey Boutique in Randolph. My friend owns the boutique and she just gets the best fucking pieces ever. I have some gold hardware on my shoes. I think I'm kind of feeling these ones. These are both hoops that I'm trying on are formerly my mom's. I love her gold hoops from the 90s. We're feeling it. All right, so I'm just doing finishing touches on the hair. I went wavy with a curling wand instead of a curling iron. I don't know why, it just felt called to me. I'm trying to flow intuitively in my generator spirit of fluidity. Like I just want things to feel like I'm choosing them because it's like intuitive. It makes sense for me. I just feel really confident in this top. And I'm gonna show you why it has such a beautiful cut at the bottom. You know when one side is not doing it for you, she just doesn't want to be the same as the rest of the crowd. She has her own rhythm. She has her own light. Okay, also drinking a little bit of this in my water. This is a mushroom complex that kind of gives you some clarity. It I think breaks up some brain fog, which clearly has not, it's not in yet. I'm still drinking it, hoping it just kind of grounds my brain and allows me to speak normal. It tastes kind of funky, but we deal. For health, we do not care how it tastes. I'm still recovering from a little bit of a cold this week. You should have seen me. This week, I was eating cloves of raw garlic, dousing my mouth, and it's disgusting, oil of oregano. Every single day, twice a day, I was having hot water with turmeric, ginger, pepper. There's a herb from Brazil called baudi-aku, or something like that. Anyway, it's really good for your immune system. I was doing everything for my immune system because I'm like, this cold is not gonna fuck up my weekend in Chicago. What's going on? Anyway, I have like 5 minutes left. I'm gonna do an outfit check with you guys and then I'm out. All right, I know this video is gonna be scheisse because you're not gonna get a full length here. And there's only one full length mirror and it's in the closet. I hate shit like this. I really don't know what this full outfit even looks like in terms of from top to bottom, but I love how much the top makes me feel, the jeans feel good on. I am bringing this really orange Italian little clutch that I bought in Como from a few years ago just because it's a good, quick little clutchy. I don't really care that it matches, doesn't match. I just want something practical. So anyway, my Uber is gonna be here in 5 minutes. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I just got back from day 1 of the workshop. It was absolutely fabulous. Krista did an amazing job with setting up the protocol, what we went through the entire day. We were set up into groups. We were working on exercises. We did a bunch of parts work, which I absolutely love. You guys, if you follow this channel, you know I love therapy work and really getting to the nitty gritty of what limiting self-beliefs are, what is a thing that I'm really trying to step into, what's holding me back, and how can like I alchemize it, can I integrate it so I can get through to my next step of bigness. Today, she threw us right into the fire. This workshop is called Fully Express. It's meant to help us express ourselves and not just be operating from like the neck up, to really express with a full grounded feeling of this is my message. And right when we got there, she immediately got us all individually on the mic to share what our intention was of being there. And let me tell you, I got on that mic, I was like the second or third person up there, and I froze. I essentially disassociated. I got on the mic and I like made a little joke so I could break the ice a little bit. And I was like, I'm here because I want to feel expanded and expand my brand and make friendships. Like I felt like such a small version of myself. Everything I said was true, but I had already intention set for the weekend. Like I want to ignite my magic. I want to connect with soul tribe women who are also doing the inner work. I want to expand myself in a way that ignites and sparks my own magnetism by being around people. I had words, I had things that I wanted to say, and I got up there and I was like, thank you, bye. Like I shrunk. And by the end of the day, I felt like I wish I could go back on the mic in front of those 30 people and express truly what I wanted to express, because the exercises she had us do throughout the day, speaking to a bunch of people in broken down groups and sharing with the 30 people different aspects of the examples and exercises she had us going through, I was getting more and more comfortable. I was warmed up and I was ready to get back on the mic and talk. Like, it's wild because my biggest thing about my current block with my life is that I know I am meant to step into like full leadership, and not from like an egoic way. I mean in a genuinely helping people. I want to be a liberator. I want people to feel liberated and ready to reconnect with themselves when they watch my material. I want them to feel inspired. I want them to feel like they can fall back in love with themselves so easily. And in order to do that, I need to be a speaker. I need to be able to express myself from a grounded place. I need to lead. I need to bring in community. I want to also organize workshops and challenges and have all of these things that I truly am just craving to accomplish in this life. Coming into it and still feeling that like, himmy on the mic just gives me this like, holy shit, thank God I got that out of the way, because I don't want to do that and fall right on my face when I have a huge crowd of my own people who follow me and get nervous about it. I mean, of course, like nerves come up, but it was just, today was a beautiful way to exercise out the nerves, to get that shit out of the way, to get the heart palps out of the way, to get the turning red in the face and feeling warm up to the neck out of the way. I'm really hoping that day 2, I get to like really exercise the rest of that and bring out this really special part of me that exists and has been bonked down by so much conditioning. I will say, for anybody who is looking to find their voice, it doesn't matter if you're trying to do something like me or if you're just trying to look for your voice even in your like interpersonal relationships or at work or with yourself, to just like exist in this life not bonked down by your limiting beliefs. This Fully Expressed workshop is phenomenal. And it's hosted by Krista Williams. I'm gonna obviously drop everything in the video notes below for you guys to know, but she does this every year. I highly recommend it. If that's what you're craving, you gotta put yourself in arenas that get you so fucking uncomfortable, that make you sweat, that make you curl up in front of the microphone like this. Oh my God, hi. Like it was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing, but it had to get out of the way. It had to be done. And we were there from 10 to 5. My brain is done. My social meter, done. Like, got to speak to so many beautiful, amazing women with so many different stories in their background. I got to learn about so many different things and different aspects of them. And I am ready for a burger, room service, sleep, and then round 2 tomorrow. Today is fabulous, but I need to wash this face. I'm gonna use this to get the shit off my eyes because I use like that real serious mascara, like the one that we go out in that doesn't go anywhere. Usually my daily mascara, Priority, that it washes off easy. Special mascara, I don't care. Cling on for life. I swear the lighting in here makes me look like my eyes are all red. My brain is dead. I literally feel like I thought too much today. Get all this shit off of me. Things I wish I did differently today. Or I guess not differently. Things I wish I could have shown up more aligned. I'm still not feeling like I'm speaking from my highest truth. There's still like an element of me that's playing small. But I'm about to put on my favorite face mask. So this is my favorite brand of sheet masks. They're called Omad, and they use TCM botanicals. Anything TCM, anything traditional Chinese medicine uses, give it to me. I want it. It feels so enriching and nourishing when it comes to anything in the TCM world. So I love them. They have this mask, it's in blue, and then they have another one that's a pink one. That's a little bit more of like a skin prep one, like a glowy one, and this one's more like hydrating, Biocellulose Restore Repair Serum Mask. They're both phenomenal. Honestly, I like this one for travel because it really penetrates the skin, and I want my skin to just be tip top. Let's put this baby on. Look at how soaked she is. Soaked. So you gotta do the one side, and then you take off this little layer. Oh, don't fall off. Now we're talking. This thing is soaked. A lot of people today complimented me on my skin, my age, which like, yes, I do love a compliment that I look younger than what I actually am. I really think that is like a nourishing compliment because to me, it makes me feel like my energy feels younger and that I'm taking care of myself. And I think a big part of why I might look younger than 38, probably not by much, people probably think I'm like 35, is even less because of the face mask and red light mask. I think that's a big part of it, but it's the shit that I eat. Like that celery juice I do 3 times a week, the whole foods that I focus my diet on, like I don't eat overly processed shit. Like the french fries I had tonight, I can't tell you the last time I had french fries, and not because they're fattening, just because they're fried in oils that are terrible for you. Like I eat fattening foods, I eat fats, but I don't like to fill my diet with things that don't come from like a whole source. Fruits, veggies, proteins, high fibrous things every single day. I like drinking turmeric and ginger tea a couple times a week to like bring down the inflammation. Like fresh tea, like I grind the turmeric, I grind the ginger, like I am the one like making it all from the baseline ingredients, and I think that just shows. I think it shows in my skin and in my face. So just food for thought, that it's not all about the external, but the internal really matters too. Okay, good morning. It is day 2 and I'm gonna tell you that I slept so interestingly last night. I think I was asleep by like 10:30. I just had weird sleep, just interestingly weird sleep. I felt like I had everyone's energy on me from yesterday. Like I felt like I couldn't drop into a journal. I even turned on the To Be Magnetic Clear Your Aura DI and I actually fell asleep halfway through it. That's how I went to sleep. But there was something about yesterday feeling equal parts like energetic and clearing and unblocking for myself, and then also this like weight of everyone else's energy in the room kind of sticking on me, not in like a terrible way, but I think everyone was processing so much stuff. Like the room was so heavy with cleansing. People were also unblocking, stepping through fear, and like when you're in that type of portal, when you're in like a capsule of things that are happening so potently, I think that's why everyone walked away feeling so exhausted yesterday, because we were all just like, holy shit, like we all just walked through like this capsule of like timeline hopping. I woke up to one of my trial reels on Instagram having I'm talking like, I don't know, like 600% more interactions than they've gotten at all. Most of my trial reels I use as to expand my community, because trial reels hit people who are not your followers. So I'm always like, okay, let me use my trial reels to build community. Like, people need to hear my message about conscious living, falling back in love with themselves, so on and so forth. And I don't care if the reel gets 50 views or 100 views or 300 views. Like, literally, to me, I'm minimum getting like maybe like anywhere from like 1 save to 10 saves, and like a few reshares, and then like a few likes. But I get like 200 or 300 views. Amazing. I'm getting to people are hearing the message they need, like, that are landing with them. Their algorithm is set to me. I want them to use my brand to help their lives. This morning I opened up my trial reels, and the one that I posted last night got like, I don't know, like 1,600 views, 41 saves, a few reshares, a few like sends, like actual shares, like 70 likes. I'm like, wow, my trial reel did better than any of the ones that I have done in like the last month and a half. And first of all, I like said like a thank you prayer, like, universe, keep bringing me this, and thank you for expanding my capacity and my vessel to be able to hold this, to bring this in, to be present with it, because this is all what I'm teaching, is just to consciously be aware. I don't want to just go into this and be like, I want more, because yes, of course, my soul wants more, so I can share, so my light can be expanded, so I could be used as the antenna that the universe needs me to be. But stopping here and realizing the aligned action that I've taken over the last few days, between coming here, between going to that dance class and getting myself uncomfortable, standing on a mic yesterday, talking to 30 people, being vulnerable, being in front of people, expanding my capacity, talking to people, connecting with people. Even when I first landed here, like I said, there was those girls that I talked to at the cafe that had such like potent and deep and like everything about this weekend just feels like this portal to this other timeline. And I can get emotional. I'm just grateful for it, because I believe so much in the power of our choice and how we can choose the world we want to be in. Like, our own reality, we build it by our choices. And stepping through fear is the hardest part. Making time for yourself and making time to realize and stepping into the awakening that your choices really drive your mission here. It drives your potential. It drives the power that you have here. Like, I want to wake up each and every person in this world to that reality, because it's there. And systemically, they have us asleep. Systemically, they have us asleep at the wheel. Anyway, I really need to get ready. I'm actually going to go to the gym for like 20 minutes just to walk on the treadmill and get myself moving and get more of that energy off of me. And then I'm going to get ready. So I'll see you guys later. Hello, darlings. I am sipping a coffee, a flat white that has protein powder in it, because the girl hooked me up. Craving that protein. I had to wash my hair. I don't typically like to dry my hair and style it the same day as an event. I usually like to wash it the night before so it has some grit and hold for the next day. But I went on the treadmill for the first time in a long time and I sweat. Again, I'm going back and forth between hair and makeup, so I'm gonna start with applying my base, my brows, and then I'm gonna blow dry my hair because I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to try to air dry. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm timeline hopping. Being grateful, just sitting in the gratitude for the expansion. And I tend to constantly ask, because of David Guyam, who I follow and adore and have such a spiritual crush on. You know, there's like people you have like energetic crushes on. It's like you don't care about the way they look necessarily, but there's something about their energy that's so attractive. I feel like I have spiritual crushes where like their spirituality is attractive. Bear with me, people. He's one of them. But I have such a spiritual crush on him, and he has such a great way of looking at the things that we're trying to call in, the things that we know we're destined for in our life. And it's not just to ask for those things, right? It's not just about knowing what you want and wishing them into your life. It's also being aware of the capacity that you can hold that big thing in this present moment. So if you're unable to timeline hop into $1 million because you only have $1,000 sitting in your bank account, it's like pray and ask for the vessel to hold that $1 million, where it's like, I want to be able to have $1 million and hold on to it. I want to have the vessel, the ability, the mentality, the spirituality, the aligned feeling with that $1 million. I want my vessel to be expanded to hold it. Because if it just comes raining down on me, will I even know how to hold on to it, know what to do with it, know how to expand with it? So a lot of my wishing is just keep expanding me, keep expanding me, keep expanding my vessel, keep expanding who I am to hold on to the things that I know I am destined for. And it feels like it is almost fucking tangible right now. The expansion feels tangible. It feels like almost in physical form. It is wild. I am going to be a little more quiet when I get ready today and just listen to music and vibe out and be in this expansive territory, being grateful, holding gratitude, holding space for a new portal of expansion today, because we are not done. We are not done expanding.
Divorce era, I'm talking about that, and my reclamation of the feminine, talking about that. Like, I then become the example or the story.
Good morning. It is so early, about 6:04. I'm leaving in 10 minutes back to the airport. Yesterday was so amazing because it was all about brand building. It was really getting into the nitty-gritty about, what's your mission, what's your niche essentially, or like what's your lane, like what's the lane that you want to stay in, who are you speaking to, who are you trying to service. And I feel like I got to walk away with a lot of good feedback and ideas, and felt really good to be in my brand with people around me also giving me like the reassurance and the thoughts and the ideas about how to market myself. On top of that, we still were stepping through fear. We were still doing inner work. We wrote a love note to our inner children, or parts that essentially are the ones that keep us nailed down to the floor and not able to move in the direction of the bigness or alignment that we feel pulled to, the visions that we see, the visions that we hold for ourselves. And I thought it was one of the most cathartic things because I started journaling out, like, not just how I know she's been here to protect me, to serve me, to help me survive, but it was even more in depth, like, how does she show up? Like, when I am in the most, to her, like, scared situations, right? Public speaking, being in front of people, really sharing my POV in person with people. I felt like nailing down the symptoms helped so much. And there was also this like secondary shift that I had never really thought of, but in those milliseconds when you're in those moments, to immediately bring forward the aspects of self that you do want in the driver's seat, and focusing on that, the person who's deep, the person who's has a mission and a purpose and who lights up the room with her energy, like those types of aspects of self that I want in the driver's seat, versus the person who's trying to make me small, who's trying to hurry me up through the message and like, no one wants to hear this, no one likes you, everyone's judging you, like she's kind of saying stuff like that in the background. Lastly, I had to do a 2-minute speech. Addressing that parts work, addressing this new approach to when I do get nervous. I'm telling you guys, I am somebody, when I do like public speaking, I am shaking, my face turns red, I feel so out of body. This time, because of the way we walked through everything and the expression of the speaking came last, I was able to put those new practices in place. Even before, we were sitting there, like going around the circle, it's like I knew my turn was coming soon and my heart's palpitating. I start feeling flushed. I was doing my practices in my head, talking to my part, bringing online the ones that need to steer the show. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to shake and I'm going to turn red, guys. Sorry. Like, you know, I started. I never turned red. My body wasn't shaking. My voice wasn't shaking. I crossed a threshold and expanded myself greatly when it comes to speaking and captivating an audience, and I just feel proud. My next step to focus on in speaking is like being fully embodied when I'm delivering that message. Fully feel like myself in front of thousands of people, and the expansion of just that step of not feeling the physical symptoms of nerves when I'm trying to deliver something I'm talking about. You need to bring yourself into the spaces and places that are going to make you that fucking uncomfortable to do it. We don't just wake up one day and land on a stage in front of thousands of people. It takes the reps, it takes the time, it takes the practice, and it takes intentionally putting yourself in places that are going to bring you those qualities and characteristics. Put yourself in spaces and places and communities, at events, at workshops. Sign yourself up, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Help yourself now become your future self, and just shine, baby. Shine.